Thank you. That's great, man. Now I have a very interesting guest. You're not going to sing, Rufus, are you?
I don't think
okay. I hear that music start. I figured right away. Rufus Mayfield is 20 years old, right? 19, 20 years old. And he is the young man who has just been given $2.5 million by the government for the neighborhood service organization in Washington called Pride. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay. Why don't you just tell us a little bit what Pride's all about, because it is kind of fascinating.
Well, just by going by the word and the definition of the word pride, what it means is we had a long, hot summer going on, a lot of rioting was going on. People were nervous. Nation's capital, Detroit was hit, and different cities was hit, and they were wondering what could, what the young people could do to, really ease the tension. So we got together. Well, first, one of my friends was shot, killed by a police officer, which was, murder. And I witnessed this, and then I, saw him put together a good lie, to clear him, you say. So we had to do something about it. So we started organizing ourselves and told them that black people really are capable of operating, programming, and having a program, running a program by itself that's not white power structured orientated. So we went around the process trying to get money, and by it being the nation's capital, we are run by the Congress, in which we have a lot of bosses, and each one of them can holler and they will be heard. So we were going to get funded by the the anti-poverty program there, but a couple of senators started squawking that you got convicts, criminals, don't give them any money. So they didn't give us any money. So I was fed up with it, I was ready to burn, just like everybody else ready to burn. You see, they wasn't doing nothing for me, so I really had given up on it. And a fellow named Mr. Barry, Marion Barry, which is what they call him, militant back home, in the city.
Negro man?
Yeah, he's a black man.
Black man.
Get away from that term, Negro.
Okay. That's so funny. Go ahead.
So he called me up one day and told me that we had got $300,000 to run a program for a month. I didn't believe him because I was in bed. I didn't even want to hear it. I was still ready to burn, So, he put the woman on, and females entice me. So she told me that we really had got the money. So we came, I came one down, and sure enough, we had $300,000 to run a program. So we got started and really recruiting. We recruited 1,100 youths in less than 3 days to, start work. In 3 days, we had them out to work. So the program had taken over so well. It was like this. They thought that we couldn't do it. That's the reason why the government said we can blow $300,000 to shut them black people up. So, but it had taken over so well all over the country and all over the world, really. People were writing from Vietnam. We even got some from the what you call them, the Viet Congs, letters from the Viet Congs congratulated us, you see. So then it was the thing of being funded again. So here we go back again, you say, for some more money. We were in a little better bargaining position then. And when we went in there to negotiate, they wanted to give us another small contract thing where that we would bend out the publicity limelight, and then they could just say, go ahead, hell with you. So we were going for all or nothing because the kids really needed something back there. So we went, and so they appropriated $2.5 million to run it for back into the long, hot summer next year, you see, so.
That's how you got it.
Yeah, that's how.
Explain to me in this. What you did is recruit. Now you say you recruit black boys. You don't use the term Negro. That's funny. When I was young and you used the term black, everybody get uptight.
Yeah, well, because
it's changed now all of a sudden.
Yeah, because it's the image that that the white power structure have placed in the black people, that black is something to be ashamed of. The cowboys, for instance, back in them days, the good guys wore the white hats and rode the white horses. All the bad guys wore the black hats and the black horses, and the white hat, the black horses could never catch the white horse. You know, you look at all this.
Except in the Mae West movies, there was always a guy with a black hat.
I never dig Mae West. So this is the bag that they have put us in, see, and we, you know, until now, we're trying to be identified with something that is original, and that's our original, you know, overture.
Well, what'd you do? You recruited, let's say, the original, how many boys did you recruit in 3 days?
Over 1,100.
1,100. How old were they?
From 14 on up.
And you just went around, a few of the boys around, went around, and how did you get them? I mean,
well, we had the local anti-poverty agency, which is the UPO NYC program. They did a lot of recruiting. They deserve a lot of credit. But the kids were just, you know, hanging on the streets, so, you know, wasn't no problem. You want to work? Yeah, come on.
What kind of work did they do?
Really, it was street cleaning, beautification, you know, Ladiesburg. One of them things about cleaning up.
Right.
And so we just helped her out a little bit.
But they really did a good job, though.
Yeah, they did a dynamite job. They still hanging in there with it, and we now see, because what we're just trying to, we're not prejudiced or anything like that against any race or anything like this, but I have to be a little biased because I'm black, you see, and so that's my first concern, my race. We don't turn away anybody, you know, but I'm not going to lie and say we go out in the white community and recruit hard, you see what I mean, because they never went in the black community to recruit hard, you see. So if they come, we are high.
Do you have any white boys in the program?
Yes, we do.
You do?
Got to keep it looking right, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's good. How do you identify the boys? Are they identified in any manner? I mean, do you know that the boys belong to this program?
Yeah, they got a number, just like in jail.
They got a number? And uniforms and things like that?
Yes, I had the top of the uniforms, but so many people came on weird outfits, I didn't want to join in this one on more, you know. I didn't know what them people might think of, you know.
What color are the outfits? I mean,
they're green.
Like Robin Hood, huh?
Green, yeah, you know.
You got a number and a green
No,
shirt?
they're not numbered. The number is, you know, the number is for the pay, really, you know, because you got so many, you see. Like the first week, I had to sit up until around about 4 o'clock in the morning. Something was wrong with the check. You know, my handwriting had to be on the checks. Yeah. And the machine was broke, and we knew if we didn't get them fellas checks out,
that's it.
We wouldn't have no more pride. Right. They would have tore the place down.
Well, now let me ask you. The boys had that summer program. Now you've got $2.5 million to use, right? Yeah. Are you going to do the same thing? I mean, you're just going to have more boys in Washington, or what?
No, well, we getting away from this cleaning up bag. Let Lady Bird and the next president handle that, you know.
That's all right, right.
What we're trying to do now is educate the black man, trying to get him some kind of training where that he's, you know, will be able to go out and demand a job instead of begging for a job, you say. Where it is now, you know, a black kid comes out of school, he's still begging for a job because he hasn't been adequate trained or educated in the present day society, you see, because it's a rough society. And this white power structure will refuse to let us in, you see, because they feel that we are inferior. So then you have to make your own. You have to come
Do you have any whites in it at all? I mean, do you have any whites who administrate it at all?
Yes, we do, but they're in the background.
They're in the background. You actually, and guys your age and everything?
Right, because we feel like people criticize me for knocking Father Grothy once he came down to visit Pride. But like I said, I believe Father Grothy is a strong white man, you say. We know that there's white leadership. You see what I mean? What we're trying to bring out now is black leadership. And if like the first week of Pride was started, we had so many white volunteers, you see me, we lose what we're really trying to fight for. We're trying to, bring them out. And if we're not able to bring them out, then we're lost. We defeated our own cause.
One last question. This is the one that really I've been thinking about, and that is, you have 1,100. You say you're going to have 3,000 or 4,000 black boys in this program. Basically, it's a black boys program. It's
black men?
Black
youth, yeah.
Black youth, okay.
Get away from that boy.
Well, I never used the term. I always use Negro, so it's kind of,
you're trying to get away from all these,
Okay. Now, let me ask you this question. Aren't there some people in the white power structure who just kind of see this whole thing as a group, that one day they're in uniforms one day, and now they got numbers, now they're all together? Aren't there a lot of people in the white structure who are a little kind of nervous about the whole thing?
Definitely. If anybody's organizing in power, you should be skeptical, I mean, we got 1,400, black strong youth there, We really cause a lot of hell if we wanted to.
Right. Well, I want to tell you, I think it's great. I saw the thing in life, and I think it's kind of sensational what you're doing. And I know about your background, Rufus, and I think it's fantastic. And I hope that, we'll be able to talk some more about this, because this is really a fascinating program, and within the framework of how old you are and what you've been through, I think it's sensational, and I hope you'll be back again soon. Okay, now we're going to have the Mothers of Invention immediately after we come back. Rufus, thank you.